Dobry den, Ukraina. My name is Vati James, and welcome to another Eurovision reaction video with me. And today, I'm going to react to the Ukrainian entry for the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 to be held this May at Rotterdam, the Netherlands. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get to it and start reacting. Folk electronica band Goe will represent Ukraine at the 2021 edition of the Eurovision Song Contest. The band is composed of Katerina Pavlenko, Igor Didenchuk, Taras Shevchenko, and Ivan Rihoryak, and they actually were supposed to be Ukraine's representatives back in the 2020 edition of the contest before it was cancelled brought upon by the COVID-19 pandemic. They were supposed to represent their country with the song Solovey, which means nightingale. The name of their song for this year is Shum, which means noise in Ukrainian. Much like Solovey last year, Shum is also a sort of hybrid dark electronic techno music with elements of traditional Ukrainian folk music. In this case, with Solovey, they took inspiration from Carpathian folklore in a particular region of the country. This time around, Shum takes its inspiration from the musical identity of Ukraine's Polesian region. The region of Polesia borders not just Ukraine but also covers parts of Belarus, Russia, and Poland. And because of this such a diverse set of cultures mixing together, I think it's no question that this was a particular choice of which Goe decided to bring honor of, to pay tribute of. Before I give you my thoughts, here's a sneak peek of Shum. Before I started recording for this video, I first watched the music video of Shum, and I gotta say it's quite something. And I mean that in a very positive way, because it's hard to describe it as someone who is not familiar with the culture of the who is not familiar with the music industry there in Ukraine. But as a foreigner, it's quite interesting how modernity can blend so well with old school, and I think Goe has really does this really well, and which I've already seen in a couple of videos that they did from a few years ago when I started following the band last year, following their win in Vidbeer. Yeah, I guess it's particularly hard to do such a thing where you want to showcase your culture in a platform that you don't know if it's going to be appreciated. But I can see that no matter what the criticism that they get, that how alienating their sound can be, I think it's a testament that they continue to defy odds by introducing to unfamiliar audiences a sound that is very common in their country but not much elsewhere in the rest of the world. As someone who is not very familiar to this, I actually really appreciate what they're trying to bring, and there's really something about Shum that really intrigues me. And I've actually already read what the song is about, where we have to welcome spring, where we have to get past whatever it is that we're going through, get past all the noise, just to get to that tail end of the tunnel, which is the aforementioned spring. Although I haven't have a good look at the lyrics yet, and all I got going on was a write-up about it when the song was first released. Although I tried to stop myself from actually listening to the song until today, when it was from when it was first released, just so that I can be sure that Shum is indeed their song for Rotterdam. I think it's going to be a very tough road for them. Not because I don't think that they have what it takes, but it's quite it's already a risk to send something to Eurovision that is not that you don't know if it's going to be appreciated by jurors, from the international jurors, or and if it can be well liked by the audiences who will vote for who they want to see performing in the grand final on Saturday. But I think given Ukraine's long storied history of epic stagings, epic visual spectacles, and of course great divas, I consider Katerina as one of the great Eurovision Ukrainian divas ever to grace the Eurovision stage. I think they may pull it off, but I have to be cautiously optimistic because of how different this is. But I do like the fact that Ukraine is taking a risk, because that's what they have been doing ever since they debuted back in 2003 with Hasta la Vista. On the technical side, on the basis of the song's original 4-minute version, I like how it started particularly slow, but then it started to gain momentum, builds up towards an epic conclusion where everything just escalates but still makes it fashion. The part where it started really going hard, becoming more of something of an anthem that you would hear in the club. It's that kind of feeling that I have watching it. So my only worry is how they're going to maintain that mood on a truncated version, because of course from 4 minutes they have to reduce a minute of the song to make standard Eurovision rules. But I think I can guess where they can cut off portions, or if they already have a 3-minute version on deck that we'll be able to see in the coming weeks. So fingers crossed. As I've said, on how it will do, it really depends on how it will come across to the jurors and the televoters. And my guess, your guess is as good as mine on if this will ever qualify. But cautiously optimistic. That's the rule. Those were my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision content. This is it for me, Zako Yu, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and do Євробачення. Bye! Paalam!